We're at the right place in the right time because people are hungry for human stories. Now, nothing gets people more excited and more emotional than hearing a real story about a real struggle from somebody that is real. I believe that's why reality shows are so popular, because people love to see real life. We can pay $5 to go watch a fiction movie, but to get a real story, that's what people are hungry for. Real people, this is the right place, this is the right time to get your story out. Okay, back to the goal. 15-minute speech. I've upped it from 10 to 15 to a 15-minute heroic tale, or that written legacy. Those are the rewards that you will get from this. And again, I'm still going to give you the speech that I'm going to do to prove that this system works. Now, what sparked all this for me? This is more of a coaching call. Now, a couple years ago, my grandparents came over to our house, and we were just sitting there talking late night. And now think about it. As a grandkid, these grandparents have never been less than 50 years old. In my eyes, they've never been kids. They've never even been young adults. So before, they didn't even exist to me as children. So start with that premise. So we're sitting there at the kitchen table, and my grandma tells me that in the 6th grade, my grandpa would set his feet on the back of her chair in class. And there was one day where his boots were muddy, and that mud got onto her brand new dress. Now, why was this so interesting to me? And why didn't I know about that story? Again, it's a simple story, but think about hearing that kind of story from your grandparents. Now that's powerful stuff. Simple things that can sound heroic. So I want you to remember that when you're thinking back to your history. This isn't for just the people that you know now. This is for the next generation. What about what you went through is important to them? Now you have those stories, and you can't let them die with you. You have to share them, because they're going to impact somebody else's life. So, the lesson of the day. I need to show you how to rewrite the past so it'll change your future and influence others. That's the whole mission of this game. So, what happens if you write your story? We went through this in step 3. You become a little more self-aware, a little more confident in yourself, and you have a product to share with the world. Now, assuming you do have a message, why else would you be giving speeches, right? But writing the story, you may find your message. You'll see a common theme that went through every story. That's what we're here for. We're trying to dig out those little diamonds. You know, we all have diamonds sitting in us, but we don't get them out. And I think the reason is this. As we grow up, we live our lives, we don't, one, feel that it's important. We don't think that our story is that important. 2, we don't have the platform. And 3, we don't have the motivation. I want to eliminate all 3 of those. You do have the platform. It could be YouTube, or it could be Christmas, or Thanksgiving. Any time where you can just give 5 minutes. Hey, I have to tell you all this story about what happened when I was a kid. Motivation. If that's not motivation enough, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do. But you got to find something else in you that makes you want to do this. And what was the first one? Nobody cares, right? That is very false. Every person cares. The complete stranger that doesn't even know you and maybe never will know you because they're watching you online, they may pull something from your story that will change their life. So don't think that it's not important, because it is. Okay, Like I said, this is going to be more of a coaching call. So just remember, this is about you. It's about your legacy, your story, and you owe it to yourself and everybody else to pass it on. Okay, let's recap. Step 1, kitten or a lion? I hope that you've already done that. Number 2, what did we do? I forget. Hopefully you remember. I can't remember. No, we went back through your childhood, your high school. We went through all those stages and found moments that changed your life. Step 3, we created the framework to make you the hero of each story. Now we piece it together and develop your 15-minute heroic tale. Okay, I got to go back to a personal story that just happened that illustrates the point of all of this. Now, I was with my 7-year-old niece. We're out in the backyard, and she loves Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift too. I'm confident to say it. This shirt's kind of purple pink. It's fine. Anyways, Taylor Swift. So I asked her, I said, why do you love Taylor Swift? And she said, well, she sings beautifully. Her music videos are great, and she dances. And I challenged her. I said, well, I think you love Taylor Swift for maybe those reasons, but I also like Taylor Swift. And not necessarily for those reasons. What Taylor Swift has done is taken her story, all her challenges, her breakups. She's given those generously to the world. She writes a song about it. And then she has the confidence to share it in a public forum. Now, how's that different from giving a speech? It's the same thing. She creates emotional moments, shares them, and maybe hers sounds a little better than the way we speak it, but either way, it's the same thing. She's influencing other people. So that's what we're doing. We're Taylor Swifts. Okay, moving on. Now, before I got into this, I would have never gone to that point. I wouldn't have been confident enough, let's say, or open enough to share that moment with you. But listen to that. A simple moment outside, 7-year-old me talking about Taylor Swift. Now I twist that and turn that into a teachable moment. That's the power of all this. Okay, let's get on with it. This is the last one. I'm looking at my notes. Les Brown. If you don't know who he is, you got to look him up. Go on YouTube, type in Les Brown Inspirational. It will change everything for you. He was one of the greatest speakers and motivators of all time. One of my heroes. So Les Brown says, look at your life. If you are happy getting what you're getting, keep doing what you're doing. But listen here, if you're unhappy, you are the director. You're the main character, you're the star, you're the producer. If you don't like what you're getting, change the script. You are in control. So if your movie is a flop, that's on you. But if you want your movie to be a success, you need to do something. And that's what I'm all about. I need you to rewrite your story. Make yourself the hero. Give yourself that confidence. That's what it's all about. And sharing it with others so that they can benefit.